What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So today's topic is, what are the bad things about Funko Pop collecting? Also guys, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for daily pop content and all kinds of cool videos, as well as join my Facebook group, which is dedicated to buying, selling, trading, and talking about pops. And make sure to follow my Instagram for daily updates on my videos and pictures of my collection. Alright guys, so I got this idea from Dr. Applesauce's video where he said, why are Funko Pops so great? And if you guys have not seen that video yet, make sure to go check it out. I'll link it down below. He's an awesome dude and does all kinds of collector guide videos. So I was brainstorming more collector guide videos for you, and that's where the idea came. So it's kind of like the reverse of his video. So I figured there's a lot of videos out there on why pops are so great, and the top 10 great things about pops, and all these different videos on them. But I feel like there's not as many videos on the downsides of pop collecting. Obviously, I love collecting pops, but we're gonna focus on a specific 4. All right, guys. So number 1 of the 4 reasons is the reuse of molds. All right, guys. So what I mean by that is that sometimes Funko does not make new characters in a set. Obviously, most of you guys know this, but to explain it more is they don't make new characters in a set. They decide to make exclusive variants of that same mold of the same pop, which honestly gets really old after a while, especially if you're waiting on new characters in one of your favorite sets. So a great example I have here is Silver Age All Might here. So this is all the same pops, just with different variants, different stickers. So first up, we have a glow-in-the-dark Hot Topic exclusive All Might. Then we have a Barnes & Noble's metallic exclusive. Then we have the common, and it's all the same pop. So do you guys see where I'm going with this? This is all the same pop, and it's the same use of the same mold. And it just, honestly, it gets old after a while. Like, we don't like that, Funko. If you're ever watching this video, we want new characters. It just, honestly, it lacks originality. And I do feel like most of us are sick of the reuse of molds. Like, look how many Vegetas, guys. We have the same Vegeta. You just putting out his hand like this. I want to say we have like 5 to 7 pops of that Vegeta alone, just different variants. And honestly, it sucks. There's so many different costumes of Vegeta they could use, so many different moments of Vegeta they could use, and they just choose to use that same mold 7 times, which is freaking crazy. Like, we want new characters. We don't want the same character and the same mold 42 different times, Funko. Like, a full set to me would be that one common pop or exclusive pop. Like, I don't need the scented variant, the glow variant, the Hot Topic exclusive, the Box Lunch exclusive, GameStop exclusive, Flock. Like, I don't need all those variants to call my set complete. So I feel like the reuse of molds is like a big contributing factor on people not finishing specific sets just because they don't want to buy the same pop that's slightly different 42 times. And number 2 is price points. So what I mean by price points is that the price points seem to always go up just slightly enough to be bothersome. Like, they have so many different kinds of pops now. Like, they have 4-inch pops, they have 6-inch pops, they have 10-inch pops, they have 18-inch pops. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come with like a 42-inch pop. Like, it's getting crazy, and the price points are just getting higher and higher and higher. And obviously, the bigger the pop, the higher the price. But to go from $30 for a 10-inch pop to an 18-inch pop being $100, I feel like that's a really, really big leap, especially for it being retail. Especially when it's mass-produced like that Hot Topic exclusive Batman, I just don't see it holding its value because more and more people are just going to get it, and they're just going to keep making more and more. So honestly, after paying that $100, you're just really going to lose money. So you're better off waiting for the secondhand market. And this one goes hand in hand with the reuse of molds. So like a flocked variant or a metallic variant or an exclusive variant, they're going to charge you more for that because of that sticker or because of that added feature, which obviously normally that is the case. If you add something to something, then it's going to make it more valuable or make it a higher price. But when it's such a silly variant, it really sucks because some collectors really do feel like they need it for their set to finish their set. And some people are hardcore collectors like that. Like, I'm pretty sure at Barnes & Noble's, the price point is like $11 for their pops, and then their exclusive pops are $15. So that's an extra $4 just for it being metallic and the exact same pop. So a good example is the House from Up pop that they made. That's that big, huge pop, Box Lunch exclusive from 2019 SDCC. So they charge $50 for that. And for a regular 10-inch, they charge $30. Honestly, most of us thought it was going to be a $30 pop, but to charge $50 just because it has that SDCC sticker on it is really, really like grimy in my opinion, just because why is one $30 and another $50 and they're the same size just about? And sometimes I really feel like the price points are like all over the place, and I really feel like they should just stick to a certain price and stop raising it ever so slightly. Because if you keep raising the price on something, people are just going to start buying it less and less because they can't afford it anymore. So hopefully you guys understand what I mean by price points. Number 3 on the list is addicting. So addicting kind of clashes with space. So these things are really addicting. Obviously, I have almost 200 of them, and some people have over thousands of them. And that's what I mean by addicting. Funko really did it right with this because they made it so desirable that everybody wants them. They have a character for everyone, and that's what I mean by addicting. Like, guys, I'm so addicted to these things, it's freaking ridiculous that I have 200. I never thought I'd get this far with these. I started off with 3 and 4, and I was just like, I'm never going to spend more than $10 on a pop because that's silly. Why would I spend $200 on a little vinyl figure? Guess what, guys? I've spent upwards to as much as $330 for a Red Eyes Frieza, and then his value dropped. So if you're a new collector, I'm telling you right now, if you don't really set a limit for yourself, you will definitely, most likely, go over that limit that you set for yourself. So like I said, these things are wildly addicting. So my best advice to anybody first starting out a collection is, so if you're a new collector, my advice would just be to leave. Just don't even look back because, oh my lord, I'm way too far in to quit now. Not that I'm thinking about quitting, but I'm just way too far in. And last but not least, guys, number 4 is the toxic collectors. And I'm sure you guys know what I mean by toxic collectors because I feel like at least every Funko Pop collector has come in contact with a toxic collector. These are the type of people that kind of rub their collections in your face or try to act better than you because they have more than you or their collection's worth more than you. Or you have the know-it-alls that have been in it for so long, they think they know better than you. And it's like a typical person trying to be better than you just because they have a bigger collection than you, they want to try to be better than you. So in this hobby, you'll definitely meet a lot of toxic people, a lot of toxic collectors, just because that's just the way they are for some reason. So there are a lot of pop groups on Facebook that I'm in, and you guys can join my Facebook group as well. I have one linked down below. But anyways, there are a lot of pop groups I'm in on Facebook, and you wouldn't believe how many times I've seen someone ask a question or post a concern they have and just see how many trolls and toxic people there are. And I find it so frustrating because people don't have to be like that, but they just think they're better than them because they asked a question or they don't know something. There's always going to be that new person in a hobby, and you just always got to welcome them with open arms rather than crucify them or criticize them for no reason. So that's kind of what I mean by toxic collectors. Like, I've heard tons of stories of collectors being crazy in stores and fighting other people to try to get this exclusive chase pop. Like, people are ridiculous sometimes over these things, and when they don't need to be. And speaking of crazy chase stories, I had one of my subscribers a while back tell me that she was in store trying to get I think it was a Newt Scamander chase at the time when he first came out, and she said she was in the store and she had it in her hands, but apparently someone walked up and just ripped it out of her hand and then went and checked out. And I guess she was like a little shy or something, but she was pretty upset about it. But if I was there, like, I'm telling you guys, if I was there, I would have ripped it out of his hand and gave it right back to her. And what was he gonna do? I would have just thrown a pop at him or something. Like, hey, bad, take this one, take the comment, bad. Like, that's crazy. Like, the fact that people are in store ripping pops out of people's hands is just insane. You should not be doing that. And especially to a girl, nonetheless. Like, I'm not being sexist or anything, but that's a girl. What's wrong with you, dude? So I do feel like sometimes pop collectors get a bad rep because of the few that act crazy and, you know, go wild on other people and are being mean to other people for no reason. And before I end the video, I know I said only 4 things, but a 5th thing came to mind, actually, and it was the fact that I feel like Funko doesn't really focus on the things that people actually want sometimes. Like, I know they always do polls on Twitter or their Facebook groups or anything like that, and they're like, oh, what would you like to see as pops next? Or, you know, comment your suggestions. But sometimes I just feel like they go for, like, what's popular in the theaters rather than what people actually want. And trust me, I understand that sometimes Funko has trouble getting licenses. I just feel like Funko sometimes does not pay attention to what people actually want, and then they go ahead with what they want to do. And obviously they're a business, and I understand that they're a business, but sometimes you gotta appeal to the people, all right? You gotta appeal to the people, Funko. The people want what they want, and you're gonna make more money that way, in my personal opinion. So I'm curious what you guys' thoughts on that one is, on Funko not making certain lines. Do you think it's because they're having trouble getting licenses? You think they're not listening? Or you think they just don't care? Let me know down below. Alright guys, so these are some of the reasons why I think collecting Funko Pops kind of takes a turn for the worse sometimes. So I feel like some of these things are big contributing factors to the fact that a lot of people I've noticed have been leaving the Funko world. A lot of people joining as well, but a lot of people have been leaving as well and selling off their collections because they just can't do it anymore. They can't keep up with the costs of Funko and the massive amount of pops they put out each year. Which, that's okay. Some people can't keep up financially. Some people can't keep up mentally. It's okay. Sometimes things just happen. But I just feel like Funko should pay attention more and slow down with all the massive amount pieces they're putting out and just really take a look at what people want. So anyways, guys, tell me down below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on what you guys think is bad about Funko Pop collecting. Do you guys agree with some of my things on my list? Do you guys disagree? I'd love to hear you guys' opinions. And thank you to all my Patreon subscribers, including Captain Pops, Laura, Lee, and Elizabeth. Thank you guys so much for being Patreons. If you guys would like to become a Patreon and support the channel more, the link is down below. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Bye.